If Safemoon was to reach just 1 cent, not $1, just 1 cent, it would be worth a market cap of over $100 trillion. That is more than 1/4 of the world's entire wealth. 100 times the size of Bitcoin and 50 times the size of Apple. Does that sound feasible? Or does it sound a little bit too far-fetched? When I started this channel, it was purely about property investing, and it's slowly moving into property, crypto, and finance. And this is a really interesting video that you should really watch in great detail. It's something that I've been looking into in a lot of extreme research over the past week, and I have learned so many truths about the new Safemoon coin. Altcoins. Everyone is trying to find the next biggest Bitcoin out there in the market to make millions of dollars and become the next millionaires and billionaires of the future. Enter Safemoon, one of crypto's newest coins that is taking the industry by storm. With a diluted market cap of 2.5 billion and daily traded volumes of over 30 million every single day, Safemoon has really been doing the rounds in the crypto world over the past 4 weeks. And after it climbed an incredible 2,900%, a lot of the people who won during this gain were flashing all of those gains all over social media. But there are a few fundamental flaws with the way that Safemoon operates and is being built as a cryptocurrency that means it's fundamentally flawed and comes with large risk. Remember that crypto is still hugely unregulated across the entire globe. It is the wild, wild west out of there. Some people may lose and some may win, just like those who hit the subscribe button on this channel and smash the like button. So let's deep dive into the shocking world of Safemoon and let's look at some of the facts and the risks behind the brand new cryptocurrency. When you're in a highly volatile market just like crypto, it's very hard not to get emotionally involved and jump into the hype of the next big coin where you're seeing massive gains, because usually by the time you see it in the news, it's too late. I really want to make sure that anyone who watches these videos is very safe in their investments, whatever they invest into, so always make sure that you are considering the risk of what you're putting your hard-earned money into, and make sure that you always talk to an accredited professional who can advise you properly on your own finances. So Safemoon describes the coin on its website as a community-driven, fair-launched DeFi token. It seems possible that the founders could have launched this coin with noble intentions, given that it's structured in a way that encourages everybody to hold onto the coin for as long as possible. And the reason that they can do this is that if you sell the coin, there is a 10% tax, with 5% of that being distributed to all of the existing additional holders of the coin, and then the other remaining 5% getting distributed between Binance and a reserve fund. Interestingly, this tax could deter day traders, which means that those who invest into the coin are holding on it for the long term, because day trading wouldn't be worth it unless you're making more gains than what is the cost of the fee by selling and buying every single day. But the problem is in the short term, all of these gains that have been powered by an online frenzy and hype have really gone far beyond whatever this 10% discouragement was meant to do to stop people trying to sell the coin. At the time of filming this video, the coin is worth 0.000004469 cents. And when a crypto is priced this low, it becomes really, really attractive in the market, meaning everybody can jump on because the coin hasn't yet hit $1. But here's the problem. Safemoon have issued more than 1 quadrillion tokens. That means that is 1,000 trillion coins out in circulation. In comparison, Bitcoin only has 21 million coins in circulation, and they're not all due to be in circulation until the year 2140. Purely based on the amount of coins that are available for Safemoon, that in itself should be a complete red flag. If Safemoon was to hit just 1 cent per coin, then that would mean that it has a market cap of over 100 trillion US dollars. That is 1/4 of the world's entire wealth. And if you ask me, that really doesn't sound feasible whatsoever. But why is it going up in price? The reality is no one truly knows. The Safemoon coin has exploded, it goes into the media, everybody's talking about it, there's loads of hype online, which means more people buy the coin, which means there's more news about the coin going even higher with the gains, and it's this vicious circle of the coin going higher, getting loads of hype and frenzy in the media, and social media, and Reddit, and all of the others, and then more people buy the coin, and it becomes this ever-looping cycle, which starts to push the coin price up and up and up. It might also be because of the name of the coin itself, Safemoon. So the word safe and the word moon. Now I think this is very misleading, and imagine if this was a regulated financial product, I would assume it would be taken down very quickly because it's very misleading. Firstly, the fact that it has safe in the name, and it's also triggered tons of copycats having the same kind of crypto name as well. There's nothing safe about it. There's no guarantee that it is going to be safe, but it just makes people feel like it is a good investment. And moon as well. The term going to the moon is used a lot within the crypto and the stock world. Whenever a stock or a crypto is due to skyrocket massively, the phrase is it's going to the moon. So if you have the word safe and moon together, very genius marketing, but The question is there substance behind the coin? Well, after just 1 month, there are over 1.3 million wallet holders of Safemoon, meaning that people are buying onto Safemoon and holding it, and just in the hope that at some point they're going to be able to cash out massive gains of Safemoon and become the next crypto millionaires. The reality is, if people wanted to use Safemoon on a daily basis by selling it or buying products or using it online, it doesn't really work, because every time you buy a product or sell your Safemoon, you have to pay the 10% tax. That means that you're paying extortionate fees just to make payments. And Safemoon is built upon the whole idea of tokenomics. Now, tokenomics punishes people for selling and encourages them to hold onto the coin. But if everyone's holding onto it and not using it, then what's the point in having it in the first place? So you have all of these people holding onto the coin, hoping that they're about to get rich because they have millions of coins, but if no one's really using it and it's very expensive to sell the coin and actually use it as a currency, then why is everyone holding on to it, apart from the reason that they just want to get rich? The developers have a roadmap on their website, but let's have a look at some of the claims that they're making and what they want to do this year in 2021. So you can see here on the roadmap that they have a plan for the rest of this year, but just this year. That's an interesting point to remember. So they've launched the coin in very, very early this year, around March, and it's gone really, really well so far. They've doubled their team size and they've started their marketing campaign. Now, as we go into Q2 2021, this is what they call the initial push. What they're saying here is that they will be looking to architect and integrate with an NFT exchange, as well as video game integrations. But what video games, and why are video games going to make this coin worth what it's worth just because of a small integration with a few developers? The interesting thing to watch here is that they're stating that they're going to be expanding the team by around 35%. Now, the question is, are they actually going to expand? And that's the first road hurdle that we can look at within this quarter to see if they actually stick to the plan. As you go later into the year, they're talking about holding onto the line and going to the moon in Q4, and it's all very misleading stuff. They don't really know where this is going to go. They're talking about things about charity drives and scholarships and events in person, and all of this is just really starting to sound a little bit fluffy. There's no substance behind the roadmap in what they're going to do, how they're going to improve the architecture, how they're going to get it integrated into daily life apart from random video games. It's not that tangible as a business. So what happens if the coin gets onto Binance? Now, Safemoon are saying that they're looking to get onto one of the large crypto trading platforms by Q3 later this year. If this does happen, I think the coin will actually surge to really silly prices, just like it's done at the moment, because it's quite difficult to buy still. There's going to be a huge surge, loads of people are going to buy into Safemoon with it being the next big thing, and then it's going to massively, massively crash. The great thing for Safemoon is that they have all of these extra people that are buying into the coin, and then there will be a few key holders of the cryptocurrency that will sell, and that will cause a huge market panic. If Safemoon are sending 5% of the fee every single time to BNB, then that means that Binance are quids in, and they have a financial incentive to list the coin on their market database. And this is the reason why I think Safemoon are actually very, very clever with their marketing, and this is why it's particularly dangerous. So we mentioned earlier that they have over 1 quadrillion tokens. This makes the average person feel like that they have found the next Bitcoin, with Bitcoin now worth over $50,000 to $60,000 for just one coin. When you look at Safemoon and buy into it, if you purchase just £50 or $50, you could have over 9 million coins, and this would make you feel like, wow, I'm really rich, I've got 9 million coins, and if it's going to be worth $1 in the future, then that means I'm a multimillionaire already. Right? Wrong. All it does is make people feel like that they have got in early and that they're going to be incredibly rich. But as we've already discovered, that if the coin hit just 1 cent, then it's going to be worth more than the quarter of the entire world's wealth. It's just not possible. And looking at their Twitter account as well, they spend a lot of time in their marketing to discredit those who try and challenge Safemoon or look into the details of whether it's tangible or not. Now, do you think you'd ever see Apple having this kind of marketing on their Twitter feed? And also note that their CEO's Twitter handle is also Captain Hoddle. Now, does that really sound credible to you? And if that wasn't enough, the Wolf of Wall Street himself is on TikTok promoting Safemoon and all of the Moon altcoins. And remember, this is someone who is a convicted felon for trying to sell absolute garbage to people in the stock market. And that's where a lot of people may unfortunately be fooled. If I offered you $100 for the price of 10, you would absolutely bite my hand off. And that's tokenomics. And that is why this thing could fail. You have all these people who feel like they've got in early and got an incredible price, and they have millions of coins that are going to be worth loads, millions, if not billions in the future, and they then buy more into the hype and more into the hype and more people buy in, and then all of a sudden there's a huge almighty crash, and that I think is going to happen very soon. The price of Bitcoin, Safemoon, Dogecoin, or all of the rest of the cryptocurrencies are only as good as the value that they provide in terms of the revolutionary technology that could transform and change the world. This is why companies like Apple are worth over $2.2 trillion in a market cap in the entire world. So the big question is, does it have the value or does it not? And you have to really think carefully about what you're investing your money into. The whole thing smells of BitConnect, which was a previous Ponzi scheme and scam that happened in the crypto world, and that was in recent history. So hopefully we can learn from some mistakes and just be careful about what you're investing your money into. They had a huge public persona, they had a CEO who was doing Ask Me Anythings, they had loads of stuff and it all looked fine on the surface, but after a while, everything came crashing down and everyone realized that it was a massive scam. So hopefully for the smart investors like you and me, we just put in a little bit of money that we can afford to lose, but just remember that some people will have put their entire life savings into Safemoon and are about to lose a lot of money. But as there might be some genuine cryptos out there in the market with incredible technologies, you have to just be very careful and do your due diligence and make sure that you're not putting in more than you can afford to lose in a highly volatile market. Also ask yourself, what value does this coin provide to the market? As I've mentioned many times, that is the key thing here. Why is it valuable and why could it go up in price? On this channel, we talk a lot about property, investing, and personal finance. There is no real get rich quick within the world. You may be able to get lucky, but for the most of us, it's all about getting rich slowly and doing it over a long period of time and enjoying the eighth wonder of the world, which is the joy of compounding. So I hope all of this has been incredibly useful. I've got loads of other great videos like this one on the top here, which is my deep dive into Dogecoin, or you can check out the one on the bottom, which is my deep dive into Bitcoin and if it could reach $100,000. So feel free to choose one of these, and I'll see you on the other side.